Okay, well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of just wanted to do a very chill video where I'm kind of just explaining more like the future of my channel and some of the videos I'm going to be making. You know, obviously while having the best game, Rocket League, on in the background. Today I'm just going to be playing some casual games, but you know, like I said, telling you the direction of my channel kind of. I have a lot of ideas on different things I want to make, from just regular gameplay videos like this one's going to be, or like actual ranked content or instructional content. I am going to be doing streaming on Twitch and probably uploading some of the clips from the VODs. That's going to be like more informational of me actually just playing and trying to explain what I'm doing as I go along. This is kind of exciting for me because I've always wanted to do a lot more of the explaining side, and that's why I started to try to help some of my friends to like practice with coaching. So I'm probably going to be doing that. If you're interested, hit me up. Most likely through Discord is probably gonna be the easiest way. But I'm gonna continue doing like montages and stuff. But I kind of want to get into doing replay reviews and all other ways of like helping people get better at the game. A lot of like my gameplay has been just, you know, best moments or whatever, and it's kind of I want to do something more refreshing to where I'm also showing the fuck ups. So there's probably going to be a video coming out, you know, in the recent future of you know, what the fuck is Dockinator doing type video. I don't know if you just saw that goal I just scored, but that was kind of nuts. But I was just playing some games. I was like, let me just hit the record button and see what happens, so I could just put out more of a explanatory video. I did play pretty decent in these games, but I mean, obviously they're casual games, so they're not super competitive or anything. I do believe that some of these players like left the game throughout this, but like the regular style of Rocket League videos, I think it's like 3 games. But speaking of like different games to play, Phasmophobia, party games, any other like scary games that you could, you know, play with friends that are fun, I'm going to start posting obviously Rocket League and a little bit more of other videos as well. It's kind of, like I said, an exciting time, but I'm going to start a series more to help like the beginner players with like ranking up with no mechanics. So some of my like favorite videos I used to watch to like actually like help me improve was Flakes. Flakes is like one of those players who used to do I think he still does a series where he plays with like a random car, random preset, and he just plays with no mechanics. And I always thought that was an interesting concept because it was teaching players that they didn't need to learn all these crazy mechanics. A lot of the time, you'll see people who are trying to rank up and they think that doing a flip reset, trying to learn speed flip, trying to learn breezy flick, trying to learn how to musty flick is gonna like help them get to higher ranks because they see pro players do it, or other SSL like content creators and like other, you know, like GCs doing these crazy mechanics. And it's one of those things where it's like more of a misconception. It's more that the people are using those crazy mechanics along with the game knowledge that they already have. So even if they didn't use the mechanic, they'd probably play at just the like same high level as they do. It's just more of a tool that they use to be a little bit more like unpredictable. Like for example, my friend tried to learn how to do breezy flick for like ever. He like practiced it and practiced it and practiced it, and he just never got it down. And through all like the, you know, months that he was playing trying to learn breezy flick, he just couldn't get it down. In that time, he could have been learning other skills that would help him a lot more, like how to more consistently hit aerials, or being able to dribble the ball better, like more simple flicks like 45-degree flick or just front flip flick. and more like easier stuff that he wasn't exactly like 100% on. Practicing like, just single jump bumps off of a dribble, and other like positional mistakes that he's making in game. Not to say that I'm the highest level like person in the game. I'm not SSO. I've been high GC2 and played for my college, so I mean I do have a lot of knowledge, but I'm not saying I'm the best. I know exactly what to do in every situation. But if if you're like plat, like gold to plat, diamond, champ, there's some really simple things that like it might like look like it's not going to help that much, and you're going to be like, wait, but how does this, oh, you just hit the ball to the side right here, like that's not anything crazy. But it's one of those things where it's just some really simple things that can help you rank up. And then like you see in the background, we just got the first win, 5-0. Sort of a quick game, but some of the teammates I got in this were pretty decent actually. As we get into the next game lobby, but a lot of these things aren't very flashy or very like look very skillful that can help you like rank up tremendously, especially in those lower ranks where you don't have to actually play super fast or like do anything super crazy. You can kind of just let your like not enemies, like opponents make mistakes and just capitalize off of them. Like a lot of the friends that I have that I streamed with, like some of my friends like from the whole like Cerebral Twitch gang. He's also another streamer that I like frequently watch. Him and his friends are like in that diamond to champ area, and every once in a while when I'm watching them, it's one of those things where they're trying to hit the ball like really hard or really outplay someone, but instead they could have just like hit a little baby touch to the side and the person just goes flying past screen, but instead they try to hit it as hard as they can and it hits directly into the person. And stuff like that is pretty easy to like think about if you're conscious of like what you're doing in the game, instead of just thinking, oh, I need to hit this ball very hard, let me try to actually hit it around somebody. There's a lot of mentality things like that in this game that can really help you to like understand the game and more like the intricate, tiny bits of the game. There's also a lot of learning your teammates in game, especially if you're not playing with people you play with often. Because a lot of the time I'll see people and they're saying, it's hard for me to rank up because I don't have people to play with, right? I mean, obviously the first tip is to find people to play with. Like try to find someone like, in a Rocket League Discord or something that you kind of mesh with. But sometimes it's not really an option, or people just kind of want to do their own thing, because that was me. I didn't really have a lot of people who were like my level to play with. Like some of my friends are pretty high rank, but not as high as I am. And I just resorted to solo queuing, which probably isn't, like I said, the best option. But if you're kind of wanting to play more on your own, you're gonna have to learn a lot more about like learning what your teammates are good at in this short amount of time that you're playing with them, because you can learn a lot from just a few touches and stuff off of like the first initial game. Like if you're seeing one of the opponents miss an aerial here and there, you can probably expect him to miss a little more often. Maybe don't expect him to miss every touch, but at least have it in the back of your mind that he might just miss this. The same thing with your teammate. If you're seeing that your teammate is pretty good at dribbling, or that he's pretty good at aerial play, then you can kind of give him more leeway in that area. Or if he's doesn't look too good on defense, you can kind of play a little bit more passive. It's a lot to read, like reading the enemy and reading your teammates if you're trying to rank up. There's a lot of other things like that, like reads in general, not on players, but just about like a situation, where I take like one of my friends, he has this problem where he kind of isn't thinking ahead, of what's like going to happen in the play. So I started to tell him to like look at his replays, right? From like forever ago kind of thing. Like where you don't remember what is going to happen in the game. Like so it's not very recent. And try to pinpoint, just pause and try to like guess what's going to happen next. It's one of those things where if you're kind of anticipating what's going to happen, then you can react a lot better off of it. Because with, you know, with 50s and stuff, like if someone's going into, you know, the opponent corner, like your teammate, and you're, you know, a little further back, you should be anticipating if they're going to get a 50, which way it's going to go and stuff, and that's going to adjust with your positioning. Again, here we go, getting, I think, the second win off of like a forfeit. They're not the longest games, but it's kind of a interesting thing to think that that small of a change can impact your game. But I appreciate y'all listening. I'm going to try to put more explanation videos out, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.